How do we get ready for Jesus? How do we know when to get ready for Jesus? In our gospel reading for today, Jesus talks about those days when he will return, the Son of Man coming in the clouds, and what that time will be like. The things that will happen, almost like a season arriving. But really, no one knows for certain when exactly that will be. So we look ahead, and we wait, and we watch. How do we get ready for Jesus? If you knew Jesus was coming this afternoon, for example, what would you do to get ready? Now, there may be a number of ideas that might come to your mind. But if no one knows the day or the hour, how do we know when to do that, when to get ready for Jesus? One commentary I read this week pointed out the difference between getting ready and staying ready. And it is kind of there in the parable of the household and the servants from our reading, as they keep awake and stay ready. Advent is the first season of the church year. It is a time of looking ahead to the arrival of Christ. Advent literally translates as to come. So we look ahead for what is to come. And as I was thinking about it this week, it occurred to me that this might be one of those times that what's going on in the church season and what's happening in the rest of the world might match up in certain ways. Not in the Christmas decorations since November 1st way necessarily, but perhaps in the way that we focus on what we do during this time of year. As I was thinking about the season of Advent in December and how we want to be ready for Jesus, it struck me as very similar to the idea of focusing on being good to ensure you're on the nice list, which we think about a lot in December. But are we really as concerned about it in July? Many holiday movies end with a resolve to make the spirit of the season last all year. Generosity, kindness, goodwill, love, care. And then after the holidays, January arrives and February, and so on. But we rarely see a part two set in the middle of summer or late fall with that same cast and holiday spirit. If no one in the house knows when the master will return, in the evening, midnight, early morning, or at dawn, then why not bring back the spirit of Advent throughout the year? Maybe we will. Maybe we do already, and we just need to point it out and name it so that we turn our attention there and recognize it for what it is. Because staying ready and getting ready are two different things. And to me, one of them requires a lot more energy. Continually getting ready for something, like a trip, for example, would mean continually packing and preparing constantly, or maybe getting ready for guests or visitors, which would involve, possibly cleaning or decorating or setting a few things up, is very different from staying ready, having things packed or set up or cleaned or decorated already. And when it becomes a routine practice, a lifestyle, as it is for the servants of the house in our reading, it's not something unusual or jarring when the master of the house returns. It's expected and welcome, even a relief, maybe. How do we keep that practice throughout the year? One more thing to note about the reading, there isn't just one servant in the house. They work together. So when I say, how do we keep that practice? I mean we. It's not a you alone sort of story. Each one does their part, and together they have the tasks of readiness done. how do we stay ready? What are those things we can do each day or each week to keep ourselves awake? Not literally, sleep is important, but spiritually awake and ready for Jesus. I invite all of us to consider that question throughout this season, and then hold on to the answers and ideas that you find throughout the rest of the year. Maybe we'll point them out again sometime in July. For now, happy Advent. Amen.